Sunday, Sunday, blood, sweat, and glory. Highline racing, yeah, we ride the story. Feel the thunder, hear the crowd ignite. We own the back top, we own the fight. Tempers get hot when the rubber burns. A push to a shove, a lesson is learned. Fists might fly when the tension breaks. You do what you gotta, for goodness sakes. It's Sunday, Sunday, blood, sweat, and glory. Highline racing, yeah, we ride the story. Feel the thunder, hear the crowd ignite. We own the back top, we own the fight. It's Sunday, Sunday, blood, sweat, and glory. Highline racing, yeah, we ride the story. Feel the thunder, hear the crowd ignite. We own the back top, we own the fight. Tempers get hot when the rubber burns. A push to a shove, a lesson is learned. Fists might fly when the tension breaks. You do what you gotta, for goodness sakes. It's Sunday, Sunday, blood, sweat, and glory. Highline racing, yeah, we ride the story. Feel the thunder, hear the crowd ignite. We own the back top, we own the fight.
Somebody's going to win, somebody's going to lose. Losing is not even fun.
All right, guys, we are live right here on the Highline Racing Network. I'm Tommy Rogers. I'll be broadcasting for all you guys tonight. We got quite a few things we're going to get through. We got Daytona. We got quite a few drivers out here tonight. It's big time. We're loving it. Pretty big field. Right now we're up to 49 drivers. So we set the limit at 50 tonight. So if we go green with 40, we feel like that's a great number to have tonight, especially being Wednesday. But we're going to bounce around the track real quick before we get into, we're going to go ahead and show you guys episode 13 from Highline Racing Network's The Show that covers the Highline Racing Network League. You guys will love it. And we got some fans. We'll show you guys some fans and some crew chiefs, different little ordeals that separates the Highline Racing Network from everybody else. But in the meantime, we're going to start bouncing around the track here, get a look at a few of these cars. On the screen right now, we got Brian Hubbard of, let's see, I got to remember what team he's with. So he is with C&Y Garage. I'm going to have to take a look at that because Jennings should be showing up there. I'll get that situated here shortly and we'll come back to it. But we're going to bounce around. Good to see Brian here. On the screen now, we got Chris Willis there in the 08 car. Good to see you out here, Chris. Got Evan Bonar out here in the 48 Tide car. Welcome to the show, man. Thomas Christie in the 45. Good to see you out here running that Ford Mustang. Joseph Oakley in the 32. Good to see you out here. We got Logan Hasper. Scott Wise. Looks like he's gonna hop in. Scott Wise, the head shed of Masters of the Draft League, racing with Torque Wrench Motorsports, shows he's in the house, along with SMT's Evan Perry. He's also CEO of SMT, puts on a lot of special events. Always good to see Evan out here. Who else we got? We got John Cole Morgan. John Cole Morgan and I have raced quite a bit together over the last year. Good to see John out here. Adam Rohn there running tight with 3 cars in the 30. We're going to see 2 more, and then we're going to go ahead and jump into episode 13. Ruben's in the house. If this is the same Ruben, yeah, I heard talking to some of the guys that there was Ruben Caceres. We don't really know if we're pronouncing that right. That's a B-class driver, so it's a matching, and they say he's a top-notch driver. All right. Sorry about that. We got interrupted. But we're going to take a look at Spencer Alpine here. We're going to try to get a good look at him for a moment. Coming through on the fan cam there in the 03. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to see episode 13. So I hope you guys enjoy it. And like I said, join up with us running our league. It's free. You'll love it. We got a few more races left, and you're more than welcome to come. Just reach out to us. Talk to our admins in the race. Talk to us on Facebook, Discord, YouTube, what have you. It's all good, man. We'll get you situated. Episode 13 coming your way.
Welcome back to the show. Dover was amazing, and Dark Horse did not win this one. I am serious. We had 3 new podium finishers. Hey, Dan, show these race fans what's up.
I gotcha, girl. The Monster Mile was amazing. Sure, we had a big wreck early and lost a few drivers, but then it was a battle all night with some beautiful green flag racing. But not for LSH, as their lone car was disqualified before the race due to a modified rear spoiler. Let's head to Dover and hear from LSH's star driver about this.
Yeah, that was the last draw, man. Dave got the crew to make the change without my knowledge, so I am finished with them, and I'm signing with Average Joe Racing, baby.
Wow, what a change in the series as LSH has disbanded and have left the sport. AJR is getting a star in Alex Lebaugh as he has settled down and is climbing the leaderboards and gaining the respect of the league. We are going to show Stage 1 right after a quick break.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
The points leader, Trevor Haley of DHR, takes Stage 1, and he continues his reign of dominance. Check it out.
As he's on the middle of the backstretch, bringing it around to lap 30.
Yeah, it looks like Ryan.
Keep it up,
Trevor Haley.
Be quick.
Trevor Haley has captured Stage 1 right here in Dover on the Highline Racing Network, courtesy of Tommy Ryan. Wow.
Valentine's Day was a blast. Watching the O'Reilly series with my girl here was cool, but Sunday was what we were waiting for.
That's right. There's nothing that I love more than the Monster Mile.
Babe, you knew this.
Well, I guess we should go ahead and take a coffee break. You heard it here. We are proud to support Horsepower Coffee. Stage 2 was no surprise as DHR's Nick Bauman brings home the points. Let's see how it all went down and catch a word with DHR's CEO.
We're at 59. Coming through turn 3. Looks like he's going to easily take stage 2 right here in Dover in the 88.
Spin. Caution.
There it is. Dark Horse Racing picking up yet another stage win for Dark Horse Racing. Congratulations, Nick Bauman.
Look, guys, Trevor still has 2 more races to pick up a win, and I have faith. Y'all need to back off. He is already stressed enough as it is. No more questions.
Timothy Tyler sounded a little concerned even though he said he has faith. But let's get the scoop on the win. It was a newcomer show with Ryan taking the pole in second place, SMT's Wesley taking third, and the man, Connor Popplewell, taking the win.
Green flag.
We're going to come off a 4 right here, and it's going to be Haley with a big jump. Hebert again with not a great start. Both these restarts, Hebert has struggled, and it's Haley with the lead. Popplewell right there behind him. Ryan in third, but he's back about 4 car lengths as Popplewell looks to the outside of Haley, coming off the 2 down the back straightaway. Going to take a look. Oh, Haley into the outside wall. Catches the outside wall, goes down and bounces off the bottom, the infield wall, and that is going to let Popplewell to the front. Popplewell and Ryan, 1 and 2, are going to come across for the white flag.
Wow, white flag is out. Wow, so unfortunate for Trevor Haley going into the wall, but now what's going to happen with Connor Popplewell? White flag's out with Tommy Ryan right behind him. Grant Wesley of SMT there in third with Trevor Haley in fourth, still in the fight. But I think he's fallen off the pace, Chris. Brandon Showers there in 6. As here it is. The race is over with Connor Popplewell taking the checkered flag right here on the Highline Racing Network at Dover. Wow. Connor Popplewell is a new driver.
Connor stepped up big tonight, winning his first race on the big screen. Let's get down to winner's circle.
This is amazing. I never would have thought I could be a part of this. We freaking won.
What a way to start your career on the High Line. Team owners are probably already making offers for the rookie phenom. Now to stats. The standings are taking fold as Haley and Bauman hold the top 2 spots. Wow. But Haley has still yet to get a win.
Eric Hayden is in third, and Jerry Fassett of AWR is now tied with Corey Cook in fourth. Let's see how Richmond affects this.
And well, that's going to wrap up this week's episode of the show. We only have 3 weeks left, so you better get in while you can. Peace out.
That was episode 13 from the show on the Highline Racing Network on YouTube. Check it out on YouTube. Check it out on Facebook. Reach out to us. We got stuff all across TikTok, YouTube, quite a few other different things. We're trying to get bigger into Instagram, but man, I guess we're old. We just don't like Instagram as much as we like Facebook. Well, we got about 5 more minutes before we get to the qualification. So we're going to spend a couple minutes here, take a look at a few of these drivers. Got Larkin Boyer in the house. Larkin Boyer there in the 22. Larkin Boyer kind of disappeared there for a while, and it's really good to see him back in action. Don't be shy, man. Bouncing around. Here we're on Jason Bright. Jason Bright there in the Marlboro 68, but 4 on the side of his door. Eric Hayden in the Pedley's garage car. Always good to see Eric out here, AWR driver. See if some of those teammates features of ours are starting to work. Let's see here. So currently in tonight's race, it's showing we only have Eric Hayden, Jim Segredo, and Ryan Wilson of AWR in the house tonight. We got Brian Hubbard. We checked him earlier, and we didn't have Michael Jennings on with him, but we got him now. There's not many other teams out here that we know of. There's a lot of guys, obviously, but you know, as these people start racing with us more and more, and let us know your teammates, your team name. We'll set you up, man. We'll have you all set up just like you see here. All right. Got Jim Segredo there on screen at the moment. Oh, Jim Segredo there in the 21 with the Team Watson Racing setups across the back side there, along with the AWR Highline Racing Network across the hood. Jim Segredo's the voice of Highline Racing Network. He'll administer all the rules. Any complaints, they go to him, not me. I'm just kidding. Joshua Sprague in the 34. He's out here with us tonight. But hey, we tried to tell you guys we're different. We want to make this fun. We do it. We take it to another level. We got fans and crew chiefs alike. So before we get to the national anthem, we're going to jump over and we're going to see some fans and some crew chiefs down in the pits before it's all said and done. Check it out.
Why are you a Brian Hubbard fan? He's just amazing on the track. I've followed him for years, and his energy is unmatched.
Do you think he and his teammate Michael are going to do well here in Daytona today?
Absolutely. The team is feeling really confident about today's race.
We are here from the Cribbage Club of Ohio supporting our favorite dancer, Nick Bauman.
Because he's hot!
Look on God, Cato is due a Highline win, and why not today? And I already told Jepson and his crew to stay out of our way.
I said stay away from us!
Look, I know I am currently the only woman crew chief in the Highline, but so what? Nobody knows an engine like I do. I mean, we have Team Watson Racing set up, so my job is easy. Our plan tonight is to slap on some lip gloss and get out there and tell all the guys to change tires fast and scream at Jerry when he touches the brakes.
And we are back live with you guys. Qualifying is starting now. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to get over to the national anthem, get that situated, and that way we can get ready to move into our scrolling grid, kind of go over all the drivers, see who we got going to be starting on a pole tonight. All right, guys, get to your feet. It's time for the next.
Oh, say, can you see but so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, we are back live. National anthem is complete as we are now just working on qualifying. So we'll take a look at a few of these guys as they're coming around. We see Brian Hebert already up on the leaderboard there with a 50.3. Looks like we got him right now probably on his second lap here. Seeing if he can hold that line. It looked like he drifted up just a little bit. We're going to bounce it around. Derek Zimmerman. Derek Zimmerman, as he's going around, currently holding third spot. Looks like Derek Jacobs is in the house. Ryan Wilson. Looks like he's just finishing up. Ryan currently in the top 10. We'll see if that holds up. Looks like Evan Perry of SMT's just now finishing up as well. Looks like Evan does not have any of his normal teammates out here tonight. Just double checking. It does not look like he does. Qualifying is wrapping up. So we know that Jim Segredo will be linking up with all the guys in the chat, going over that with them, going over the rules. What we're looking at tonight is 75 laps. This is Green Flag Racing here tonight on the Highline Racing Network. So first caution will be stage 1, which is lap 20. Now, with that said, Jim and the admins have all come together and collectively decided, like, what we're going to do tonight is if there's a big wreck, what we're going to do is throw that caution right away. You know, if there's a wreck right off the bat, takes out quite a bit of the field, they're going to throw the caution. But outside of that, that caution's not coming out until the stage break at lap 20. Once again, same rules apply, and then we'll take it all the way up to lap 40 for stage 2. And then after that, we're going to run we'll run about 10 laps of Green Flag Racing before you hit the caution window. And at that point, if there's wrecks, caution will come out. And along with that, everybody that's laps down, every time a caution flag comes out, you're more than welcome. Get to the high side, get those laps back. That's gonna be how it's working tonight. So we got a quick moment. We're going to go over to a few keys to success here tonight. So the Pedley's Garage, keys to success at Daytona are fast starts, pit strategy, avoid the big one, and a strong finish. So with that said, the pit strategy, this is a pit strategy race to an extent. Play your cards right. Avoid that big one and, set yourself for success. Battle battle attrition, make it to the end, and finish strong. All right. We're going to start going through the scrolling grid here, see if we can get most of these guys. We got Larkin Boyer on pole with Jason Stevenson. Good job, guys. In P2, we got Brian Hebert and Jason Bright. Brian Hebert of CNY Garage there. In row 3, Derek Zimmerman and AWR's finest, Eric Caden. Along with Alex Lieball, who's now with Average Joe's Racing, and John Cole-Morgan. Maurice Chameleon and my man, Derek Jacobs, in the house tonight in row 5. P11 and P12, Ryan Wilson of AWR and Ronald Hall. Aiden McNeely and Joshua Sprague picking up row 7. P15, P16, Connor Phillips and Christopher Peters. Evan Perry and P17 along with Joey Ancona there in row 9. Chris Willis and Sean Stamper of S&M there in P20. Jim McCormick and Logan Hasper, row 11. Jonathan Baker and Caleb Smith. Good to see you out here again, Caleb. You were definitely a top-notch driver the other night in league race. Good stuff. They're on the move now, so we got to be quick. Joseph Oakley and Ryan Hodge in row 13. Coming in 14 is Torque Rich Motorsports' main man, the CEO of Masters of the Draft. If you're into super speedway leagues, Scott Wise is the man to talk to. There in P27 along with Jamie Plordy in P28. Row 15, Michael Amenti and Thomas Christie. Robert Lavelle and Spencer Alfine there in row 16. Good to see you, Robert. Jim Segredo, the voice, along with Jason Bennett there in the back in row 17. Row 18, Adam Rohn and Jason Berg. Chrissy Mathis and Max Swartz in row 19. Dylan Bon Giovanni and Blaine Miller in 20. We're coming to turn 3. We got Ruben Caceres and Evan Bonar. John Spicek and Michael Jennings. Michael Jennings of CNY Garage as well. Teammate of Brian Hebert. We got Garen Landon and Kyle Ames there in row 23. 24, we got Philip Hensley and Nate Conder. And last but not least, in P50, Braden Taylor. Welcome to the show, guys. It's going down tonight. Larkin Boyer and Jason Stevenson going to be doing the honors as we're coming green.
Green flag.
Green flag is out. Larkin Boyer on the bottom. He's leading the way with Jason Stevens right on the high side. Brian Everett right behind the leader in Larkin Boyer. Larkin Boyer is no slouch. The kid's got a lot of connections with Spire Esports motor teams. Keep your eye out for him. But this is outstanding. It's Wednesday night. We got a 50-car field, and we are packed right here on the Highline Racing Network on Wednesday night. This field is starting to get separated just a tad as they're splitting off in the back. Ryan Hebert's playing no games. They're 3 wide up front. He wants his piece of the pie, and he wants it now. But he's getting sold out. But oh, he's able to fit back into a small hole there on the bottom. Full tower's out. Keep an eye on it. These guys are going to be changing positions all night. Right now, Larkin Boyer's not playing any games. He's maintaining. Taking a look at the chat. It's looking like we got 26 viewers. Good stuff. Love it. Remember, guys, we're all about fans. We're all about the drivers. If you have a friend, you got a loved one, if you're just a straight up fan of one of these drivers, one of these teams, throw their name down in the chat. We try to get everyone. We try to show love. We're already seeing the Stamper clan, man. He's got more fans than anybody. Sean Stamper's always out here. We got Terry. We got all kinds. Rhythm Music. All kind of people out here cheering him on. We got Ryan Wilson, who's on track. He says if it ain't AWR, then I hope it's Stamper tonight. Hell yeah. Stamper's a good friend, man. Taking a look across, though, I see Jerry Fassett. He's cheering on AWR. Jerry Fassett is a key component of the AWR team that is not in the race tonight, but he's on watching, so that's good stuff. Jason Bright now is taking over the lead there in the 68. Jason Bright there in the 68, but he's in the Marlboro 4 car. So far, it looks like we're running clean. We haven't seen the big one yet, but we're 3 wide up front at least. It looks like they're starting to bring it back together, running 2 wide for the most part, about 12 rows back. Look like Jerry Fassett showing love to Sean Stamper as well. A lot of guys love Sean Stamper. In fact, I don't know anybody that don't. I really love the way that Marlboro car looks, though, boy. I really got to tell you. It's that old nostalgic look from the 80s, 90s. Love it. We're going to bounce around track here shortly. Get eyes on a lot of these drivers. Like I said, we got to show love. Look like Eric Hayden is making a move on the high side. Eric Hayden and Ryan Wilson on the move. Ryan Wilson right on his teammate of AWR, pushing hard on the high side as they're coming through. They're coming through turn 2. Jason Stevenson's still not playing no games. He's still holding it down strong on the bottom. Larkin Boyer, he's trying to get in the mix as he's coming back up through the middle. Looking for anybody that'll lend him a hand. Who wants to join forces with Larkin Boyer? Looking like some fine racing up front at the moment. Really looking good. We got a few cars that are straggling back. We got the 3 car, the 2 car, the 31. A lot of guys sagging back, probably playing it safe. We didn't get any indications of a wreck. So we're going to bounce back and see what they're working with as we jump around. Looking at it now, Jason Stevenson's in the lead with Jason Bright, John Cole Morgan, and Larkin Boyer, along with Derek Zimmerman, rounding out the top 5. So we're going to bounce around and we'll come back to this. Oh, but we're going to wait because we're seeing Jason Bright making a move now as he's jumping to the high side. Jason Bright there in the 4 up high. Larkin Boyer right on his back bumper. This is going to be a fight all night, I guarantee it. Just realized our stage setups are showing incorrect. We're going to get that situated. Oh, we got a few cars going around. We're going to go back and check it out. We're going to check it out right now. We're going to rewind it just a hair here. Because we're on Joseph Oakley there. All right, looking at this right now, looking like the 16 is up in the middle right now. We're going to kind of see what transpires. We're going to take it quarter speed for a moment. We're quarter speed. It looks like he's trying to come down. He does. He comes down. The guy's there in the middle. Didn't want to relinquish that position or didn't quite realize he was there. Sends him around. Takes him right back into the guy he turned himself on to begin with. But the 17's going around. The 28. A lot of these guys going around. Looks like Brian Hubbard, the 34 car. Quite a few cars. Alex Leeball was involved in it. Taking a look at Alex Leeball one more time here, as he's involved in it too. Trying to see, Alex Leeball is in the 25 tonight. Showing 23 on his car. That's why it's being confusing. All right, we're going to go ahead and get back live because we got a fight up front with Eric Hayden and Ryan Wilson leading the way now. These guys are battling up front. We're going to let you guys take a look at it. We're going to go into the crank it up for just a moment. I'm back with you. We are currently 9 laps to go to stage 1. Looks like we had a Derek Jacobs crash. We're going to go and see if we can't get eyes on Derek Jacobs real quick and see what transpired with Derek Jacobs. We're looking at the Marlboro car, though, with a big dent on the front end there. So looking at Derek Jacobs here, he's, just coming off. Just coming off. It looks like he must be having a mechanical issue with his car. We're going to go back live. Hopefully Derek Jacobs is going to be okay. All right. Leaders up front currently of Eric Hayden of AWR, Ryan Wilson of AWR. As you can see, there's 3 teammates of AWR tonight, and Ryan Wilson and Jim Segredo out on the track. Leading the way. Larkin Boyer in 4th place at the moment, with John Colmorgan pulling in 5th. John Colmorgan there in the 35. As we're 7 laps to go. We got quite a few guys going down pit road. Watching these guys come down. Looks like one already got loose out on the outside. Eric Hayden there on the outside. Evan Perry running the middle. Larkin Boyer also pitting so far. I haven't seen anybody really significantly mess up except for that car way back there in the back. Watch it now. Looks like one really messed up his pit trying to go in. We're definitely going to try to get some pit stop stats pulled up. Watching these guys come through. Whoa, it looks like we got another one getting loose. Wow. We got Eric Hayden. He took 2 tires. Jason Stevenson 2. Got quite a few that took 4. At least 1, actually. I should say Jason Bright took 4. Probably don't need 4 here on the first stop. All right, looks like Sean Stamper is currently the leader, but he's now on pit road. So that's more than likely going to end up switching over to Larkin Boyer here momentarily. He's going to overtake Sean Stamper and Peters here very quick, especially with Eric Hayden and Derek Zimmerman right on his tail. Top 5 still showing is Stamper, but Stamper is being passed as we speak. Current top 5 right now: Larkin Boyer, Eric Hayden, Derek Zimmerman, Sean Stamper still in there, along with Jason Stevenson. Eric Hayden locked on to Larkin Boyer, pushing well. Derek Zimmerman, I'm not sure if he knows, but his front end is caved in pretty good. We're looking at the chat again. We got somebody, we got Jerry Fassett cheering on Eric Hayden. That's what I'm talking about. Quite a few more Sean Stampers. We got Scotty in here cheering him on now as well. We're gonna get it on Sean Stamper right now as we're 4 to go. Sean Stamper, it looks like he's back there. Not exactly sure who he's with at the moment because we got some cars look like a lap down there in front of him. I'll see if I can't get it. Looks like it's Jamie Floridi. We're back on board with the leader in Larkin Boyer. I told you guys to watch out. The kid's got a lot of talent. He runs with some top-notch guys. As far as I'm concerned, if you're running with top-notch guys, you're a top-notch guy yourself. And Larkin Boyer is out here in the 22, dominating. As we're going to look at lap leaders, I'm sure he's there. Eric Hayden with 6 laps led. Larkin Boyer with 5. That's going to change as Larkin Boyer is on the climb. Real quick, while we're here, biggest gainer so far, the man, Sean Stamper. He's at plus 16, but Spencer Alfine coming across at 17 now. So that's a battle. Those guys are going to be going all night. Looking at our repairs, Caleb Smith, he was so far took the most time getting repairs done in the pits at over a minute. We're at 18. They're in turn 2. I want to remind you, caution will be coming out at lap 20. Take note of our sponsors in the top right corner. We got Pedley's Garage up there. You'll see TWRS. DRSN. Definitely check out DRSN. Christopher Murphy. His network is unbelievable. He did a broadcast with us just the other night. It was fantastic. Of course, Angry Wise Racing. They're a part of the Highline Racing Network community. They are part of the team. They make it all go down. As we're now at lap 19, coming to the stage break with Larkin Boyer in the lead. We're watching these guys. It looks like somebody's trying to fight in the back as they're coming up to turn 3. We're watching these guys come around on the fan cam. I don't like it. We're coming to the finish with Larkin Boyer leading it, and Larkin Boyer gets it for
Good
stage
job,
one
Let's
right
go
here on
quickly.
Wednesday night in Daytona on the Highline Racing Network. Congratulations, Larkin. We're probably going to try to get you pulled into the booth. We want to talk to you. I'm getting messages across my phone. They're saying bring you in the booth. So that's what we're going to do. Larkin Boyer, you got comms. You're in the booth.
What's up, man?
How's it going, man? You're out here battling tonight, representing in that 22, dominating up front. You currently lead with the most laps led, as well as taking stage one. You had Eric Hayden, my friend, one of our sponsors that's also linked up with AWR, pushing you quite a bit there. But let's hear what you got to say. How's the race going tonight? What's it looking like for you? And tell us how you been, man. We missed you.
Yeah, it's been good. I've just been caught up with school and stuff. This is actually my second day back on iRacing. I just renewed my subscription yesterday, so it's been pretty nice. Eric Hayden's a great pusher. I've known him for a while. We used to race sim stock together about a year ago. But yeah, he's a great guy. I'm happy to be back. Glad to be representing Highline and everything y'all are doing over there. Anybody who's watching, give him a subscription and help him out.
Awesome, man. Well, I'm going to get
Hold
you
on.
down.
Something's going on in my car as I'm in the booth.
It looks like you might be out of gas. I'm not sure. But I'm going to get you back down so you can get it situated, man.
All right, thank you.
Wow, our stage winner having issues. I don't know if he's killed his engine, if he ran out of gas, or what. Showing some guys wrecking. We're going to take a look at that while we're under caution real quick. Let's see. We got Jason Stevenson. He was involved in something. So we're going over now to check that one out. Not quite sure what he could have got into here. Looks like he's by himself. We're going to take it full speed. Looks like he just went off track, probably got a little loose. Nothing big there. We got a Thomas Christie as well. We'll take a look at that one. We'll take this one full speed. Oh, just got on the brakes too much. Just got on the brakes too much. Alex Leeball was involved. 16 there as well. We're going to go check out Alex Leeball's ordeal now as well. We still got a little time. There's Alex Leeball. Not sure. We're going to take him full speed. Not a whole lot going on there with Alex. Just looks like he's just off the racing surface for a certain amount of time, so it's thinking he got in a wreck. Check out Jason Stevenson rule. Oh, I'm sorry. Joshua Sprague. Joshua Sprague was the one we wanted to see. We're going to take this full speed. I think it's just, oh, wow. I think it might just be because he's stopped on track, so it's thinking he's in a wreck. But he really needs to get down, man. You're gonna get destroyed if you start blocking that line while these guys are getting laps back. We're going back live. Looks like Adam Rohn has gone too far. He is definitely going to need to more than likely get a lap back. Well, perhaps he did not. Maybe he didn't. It shows he pitted at lap 8. So it is possible that he's on the lead lap if he didn't go down at some point. So he may be good, but he's going to need to pit. If he doesn't pit here, he's going to end up struggling the rest of this next stage. All right. We're going to bounce around, take a look at a few of these cars while we're under caution. Eric Hayden there on the high side. Bouncing it around, we're going to check out Thomas Christie there in the 45 up high. Brian Hebert of CNY Garage there in the Buffalo Bills car with Evan Perry right there in front of him. Joshua Spraggs. We're going to link back up with the leader. Still showing the 30 car who went too far. I thought he had gone too far. He's probably messing up the whole field right now as we're going back green. The start of stage 2.
Green flag.
And we are off with Jason Bright leading the way in the Marlboro car. Eric Hayden on the high side. These guys are barreling it down. We're going to check them out on the Crank It Up game. We're going to go get eyes on Sean Stamper as soon as we come out of these views. Sean Stamper currently in 10th there in the black and blue, 09. Sean Stamper puts together some really cool cars. Love seeing it as we're watching the 4 and then bumping. Oh, they're going around. We got one off the track. We got one off the track. Looks like he has saved it. He definitely saved it. Eric Hayden now in the lead. Eric Hayden, Jonathan Baker, Spencer Alpine, Jason Wright, and Jim McCormick are our top 5. I don't think I've had Jim on the big screen just yet, so we're going to get him on in there in the 95 down low. Jamie Florida, we're going to get eyes on him, and I apologize, man. I know I'm saying your name wrong. Gotta be. Taking a look at Brian Hebert. Brian Hebert here in the 87. Buffalo Bills with CNY Garage. Ronald Hall back there in the black 1. Looks like Caleb Smith is with him as they are definitely off the pace back going into 2 as the leaders are going into 3. Jason Bright leading the way. They're in the Marlboro car. Aiden McNeely in the 2 on iRacing, but he'll be in the 99. Trimble.com across the back. Eric Hayden has fallen back. Eric Hayden has dropped back to 4th. We're going to hop into the cockpit. We're in the cockpit with Eric Hayden. We got the ticker up top while we're in the cockpit mode. Watching Eric Hayden, he's a master pusher, especially in the Gen 6. He's dang good in the Gen 7 too, as you can see. You'll play those games, you'll watch these people run around in a carburetor cup, and they'll say, don't push me in the turns. Negative, sir. If you're going to be competitive, you have got to learn how to be pushed and take a push. All you got to do is come and race on the Highline Racing Network, and you will be doing that on a nightly basis. Stay with us. You'll definitely get better. Just because you're going to, like I say, if you enjoy it, come with us, man. You're going to have a blast. We're going to check out a couple more guys in their cockpits as well. Sean Stamper's got so many fans. We might as well let them see how steady he keeps that wheel. Looks like he's got it pretty decent as he's coming through the trioval right here, trying to catch the draft there in front of him. Looks like he's trying to catch John Colmorgan. Oh, John Colmorgan's going around. John Colmorgan's going around. We got eyes in the cockpit of John as he's slowing down. Looks like he didn't get ran over, so he's gonna save it. He's gonna fall off the pace for sure. But all you gotta do is find a friend. Looking at the screen, he's got a whole pack of guys coming behind him. Link up with him. We're moving on. We got Jim Segredo in the cockpit of Jim, watching him push Brian Everett there in the Buffalo Bills car. He says, "We Bill Eve" on the back of that spoiler. Robert Lavelle, we're going to move out of the cockpit as Robert Lavelle's cruising by himself. He's probably got the music on. He's probably jamming out. Good to see you, Robert. We're back on board with the leader. I'm not quite sure. I see we got Zach Cato in the house. We got Jerry Fassett. I'm curious, man. Which type of graphic do you guys tend to like better? The one that I have up right now, going across the top, the ticker is what it's called, or do you like the standard tower? And I'll click it over back to the tower here in just a moment. We're at lap 30, coming to 31 right now. 9 cars currently in the lead pack. We're going to take a look at some of our stats here in a moment. We're going to go ahead and we're going to push it over. We're going to show we're going to put up the tower. We're going to see, like I said, which one do you like better? The ticker across the top. Whoa, we got a car going around. We may have to get eyes on that, but real quick, we got Spencer Alfine. We'll try to go back, but we're going to bring the tower back. Tower's up. So it's between the tower and the ticker across the top. I'm just kind of curious. I love having both options, but I would love to hear what you guys think you like the best. Got it over here on Aiden McNeely at the moment. Jonathan Baker currently running P3. And the man, Eric Hayden, Big E. Back there in fourth as we're watching Alex Leeball. Looks like Alex Leeball, he's getting froggy. He's trying to take it to the high side. He's looking for some help. He's looking for anybody that wants to battle. The problem is he needs more than one. He needs more than two, more than likely, to really be competitive. Otherwise, they're just going to probably end up, they're going to push it up front, but they're not going to be able to overtake, and then they're going to fall back as they get hot on the push. Looks like Eric Hayden may have lifted just a hair there and let Alex Leeball down. Want to remind everybody, stage will be at lap 40. We're going to pull up some of our stuff. We're going to look at our biggest gainers of the night. We're looking at Jim Segredo now, currently in 8th position, up 25 spots. Jonathan Baker, not bad at 19. Lap leaders, Eric Hayden, still leading the way with the most. Jason Bright now tied with 8 as well. Larkin Boyer and Eric Hayden all at 8. Our fastest 5, the best lap so far. You see Ronald Hall there. 5-lap average is Joshua Sprague. He's holding that one down at 46.7 now, as these averages getting better as we go. A lot of guys coming down pit road. We're watching Aiden McNeely getting loose coming in. That's going to be an issue. He might be getting a penalty. Eric Hayden, last pitted on lap 21. He's linked up there with Alex Lieball as they are pushing. Closest guys to him are quite a ways back. 19 seconds behind is Sean Stamper. Sean Stamper's got a few guys in front of him. Looks like they are a lap down. Alex Lieball and Eric Hayden coming down pit lane. Looks like they got pretty decent stops. Sean Stamper overtaken. Sean Stamper last pitted on lap 21 himself, so he is going to need to pit. I seriously doubt he was able to save enough fuel. I would expect him to pit this lap. Next lap for sure. Taking a look at our repairs. Adam Rohn, Jason Bennett, Caleb Smith, Scott Wise, all having suffered over a minute's worth of damage. And there it is. We see Sean Stamper's coming down pit road as we speak. See if he slides his pit. Oh, it looks like he does on the big screen. On the big screen. Make sure you guys let him know y'all caught him slipping there. Hey, it happens to the best of us. All right, we're back on board with guys on the leader. Currently Jonathan Baker in the 17. Jason Bright right on the back bumper. We're watching these guys as they are. Looks like they're kind of cruising at the moment. It's like the 64 staying high. Doesn't want to get in the leader's way. It's like Hayden has dropped back to 5th as Lieball's got a pretty dented in front end, it looks like, on his car, as he's trying to maintain draft on the 95. Try to get eyes on Eric here. It looks like Eric is going to be well off the pace. Well off the pace. Watching the leaders come around right here out of turn 4. We're 2 laps to go, coming to 1 to go for the stage. Jonathan Baker managing it up front very well as Jim McCormick is making his move. Back and forth. Jonathan Baker, Jim McCormick. They're fighting it out through turn 2. Alex Lieball pushing up high. Jason Bright down low. They're coming up to turn 3. Coming through turn 4. Jonathan Baker in the lead. Jason Bright, Jim McCormick, Alex Lieball, and Jim Segredo rounding out your top 5. As Jason Bright's making his move on the outside. Who's it gonna be?
Caution.
Oh my goodness!
about the
It looks like Jonathan Baker pulled it out. It looks like Jonathan Baker pulled it out. We're gonna go back and get eyes on that. That was close. We're going to see if we can't get a little bit better of an angle here. I'm liking this. We'll take this quarter speed. Just, wow. It looks to me like Jason Bright got that. We're going to try it one more time. If we can learn how to work the buttons appropriately. All right, we're taking it quarter speed through here. So Bright's up high. There is no way Jason Bright had that. That is strange. I'm really surprised that that's what they're calling. Make sure. So yep, Jason Bright. It looked to me like Jason Bright had the stage, but iRacing is saying otherwise unless he was a lap down. But he was not. He was definitely not. Well, that might get reviewed officially later on. Hearing Jerry Fassard, he says he likes the ticker. Likes the ticker up top. That stamper paint job is beautiful. All right, we're going to roll with the ticker up top for a little while. All right. Well, we are now through stage 2. On the final push towards the end of this race, and what we'll be doing now is we'll be running 10 laps. 10 laps of green flag racing before the caution window will open. So if there's a wreck, the caution will come out 10 laps from when they go green, which should be right around lap 43 if there's no extensions. With that said, if there's a massive wreck right off the bat, admin team's going to throw that caution. If it's a one-car door deal, caution's not going to come out for that. Well, like I said, man, Jerry Fassett, you know, he says he thinks the ticker up top, that's more his style. That's what he likes. He likes how it's less congested. I get it. I get it. Hey, man, I want to hear from some of you other guys, too. What do y'all think? Are y'all like this view? Or this view? Or this view? One more time. This is the tower. And this is the ticker. Yeah, so if you don't mind, throw down a comment in the chat, man. Let me know which one you prefer. Like I said, at the end of the day, I like to give the guys that's watching, I'm broadcasting for a reason. If you like one more so than the other, then I either need to make the other one look better or I just need to run the one you like. You know what I mean? We're going to bounce around while we still got a little time. We got Scott Wise of Torque Wrench Motorsports. He's moving up. Scott Wise up there on the high side in the 31. We got Chris Willis. Chris Willis there in the 08. Lights, couldn't tell if the lights were on right there. We're going to get eyes on. Looks like lights are off, so they are going to go green. They're coming out of 4. Get eyes on Ronald Hall there in the black 1 real fast. He's there on the high side, right behind Brian Hubbard. Maurice, got him on here as well as we're getting ready to go back green. Pace car is in, and once again, Jason Bright is going to take us back green right here in Daytona. Jim Segredo on his outside, and we are off for another push of green flag racing as Jason Bright breaks it out quick. Derek Zimmerman trying to catch up to him. Jason Bright better hope they don't build the speed and just go right around him. It's like John Cole Morgan is hitting that. That's what he wants to do. But Jim Segredo building speed with 4 or 5 cars up high on the move. So we got some that says under caution they prefer the tower. I'm assuming that means they like the checkered while we're green flag. Jim Segredo taking a big push from Caleb Smith. Caleb Smith, a relatively new driver in the high line. He ran last night. I want to say he ran, I take that back. He ran in Dover in our last league race Sunday night. Jim Segredo's taking the lead with Caleb Smith. Caleb Smith making his move, though. Caleb Smith making his move. He's now down on the bottom. He's in the lead. Jason Bright coming up tight to push him on the back bumper. They're locked on. Jim Segredo's going to need Larkin Boyer. Larkin Boyer's going to have to be Zach Cato tonight. He's going to have to be the pusher. Nobody pushes better than Zach Cato. Jim Segredo's used to having those guys like Zach Cato, guys like Ryan Wilson, Eric Hayden doing the pushing. Larkin Boyer's no slouch. Like I said, he's got a lot of experience running with Spire Esports team, or one of them, a junior esports team, I think it is. Nevertheless, he's got mad skills, especially for a high school student. Lap 45 of 75. We're officially at 30, moving to 29 with Jim Segredo in the lead. I don't think Jim Segredo's got many laps led. We're going to get eyes on it. Jim Segredo's got 3 laps led. Currently in first position. Adding to it. Taking a look, it looks like, oh, we got one going around. Caleb Smith is off track. He's definitely going to hit the wall. We're going to try to go back and see what happened to him. We're going now. Whoa, not sure what just happened there. Here we go. All right, we're on Caleb Smith here. Looks like he just gets off just the bumper, the fork. Looks like Jason Bright didn't want to lift at all, didn't give him room to correct it. He goes around smashing the rear end. Yeah, got loose there, but it looks like if Bright would have lifted just a hair, you could have saved that. But we're back green. As Jim Segredo and Alex Leeball are leading the push on the high line right here in Daytona. Jim Segredo will take us to lap 48. Want to remind everybody, they went back green at 43. So caution window is lap 53. Beautiful work. Alex Lieball pushing the 21 right on that bumper. Looks like he's trying to get a little bit of air as Scott Wise maybe doesn't want him to. Eric Hayden, he's now 3 wide on the outside of Larkin Boyer. As Ryan Wilson is right on the tail end of Scott Wise of Torque Wrench Motorsports. As we're coming to lap 50. Looking at biggest gainers, we knew Jim started in the back up 32 spots, along with Scott Wise next closest at 24 spots. Just managing the whole race right there from the top side is Jim Segredo, Alex Lieball, Scott Wise, and Ryan Wilson of AWR, along with Larkin Boyer. Larkin Boyer spent a better part of about 8 months running with a lot of the guys in AWR, as well as a lot of guys in this race over the course of, a lot of races nightly. But like we said, he's a student, he's a football player, he's an athlete. So he had to take a break from racing, but he's back in action. We are 25 laps to go. Jim Segredo still managing it up front. We're going to bounce it around for a minute. We got eyes on Derek Zimmerman. Looks like we had a crash with Joey and Kana. We're going to go back and see it. Not sure. I didn't catch it right off the bat. Wow, quite a few cars here. We're going to bring this back some. Might need to take this into blimp mode. Kind of see what happens here. We'll take it quarter speed right here. Everybody's still alive. Got eyes on Brian Heber about midway. The purple car up high. Looks like the one just comes up. I'm not sure. We'll bring it back to here. And then we are going to try to get linked up with Brian.
Caution.
Caution is out.
Get yourself something to drink. Get a deep breath.
All right, we're going to try to see if we can't get some. We see the 47 there. The 47 is right here. We're going to take it quarter speed here because it looked like he just came up. 4 car just gave him a significant bump with his car not straight. That's the second wreck that we've seen Jason Bryce be a part of here recently there in the Marlboro car. He's been a front runner all night, but he's caused a few big wrecks here as of late. We're going back live. All right, we're on Jim Segredo. Jim Segredo leading the way as a few of these cars are still getting laps back. We're going to go ahead We're going to have to cut to a commercial break. So we'll be right back with you.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
All right, we are back with you. We got the jet up front, they say. He's dropped back now, as we can see. Dropped back. He definitely had a slower pit. As we had the pit stats up. It showed that he took fuel only, but he dropped back. A couple of guys like Scott Wise took 2 tires and moved in front. Larkin Boyer, of course, and Ryan Wilson, though, took no tires. Looking at the biggest gainers, though, Jim Segredo and Scott Wise still rounding out our top 2 there with 29 positions gained and 24 for Scott Wise. Lap leader still on the evening. Now, Jason Bright has taken that with 11 as Jim Segredo is getting into the mix now with 10. Eric Hayden's still there with 9. Larkin Boyer wants it back, though, as he's gaining as we go. Evan Perry there in the SMT, carbon fibered car. We're going to bring up the tower again, especially while we're under caution. Trying to see if the lights are out. It does appear the lights are out, so we are going back green. Our top 5 bringing us back green with 22 to go will be Larkin Boyer, Scott Wise, Ryan Wilson, Sean Stamper, and Jim Segredo. 68 car still going by, getting up, trying to get his laps back. Beautiful car. See the wolf on the hood of that 23 AWR car there. Pace car is in, and with 20 laps to go, Larkin Boyer is going to take us back green Wednesday night in Daytona. Scott Wise on the high side, and we are off. Bit of a gap right now between the 23 and the 22. as the 31 is locked on with Sean Stamper as they're pushing. We're going on board. We're on board currently with Sean Stamper as he's pushing. We're going to see if we can't get on board with the Jet. We're on board with the Jet at the moment as he's right behind his teammate. They're making the move. They're making a move. We got it now on the big screen. We're watching the 21 of Jim Segredo making the move with Ryan Wilson of AWR, the two teammates, as they're now out front pushing hard. Sean Stamper not far behind, right there with Scott Wise. Is Scott Wise going to drop low? We know from running with Scott Wise over the years, he prefers the bottom line, I do believe. I do believe he's gone. Scott Wise does. He drops below. But before he can really make the big move, Ryan Wilson and Jim Segredo make it as well. Jim Segredo currently in second with 10 laps led today. Ryan Wilson finally up front getting him some. Ryan Wilson now with 2 laps led. We're 18 to go. Sean Stamper hanging on with the side draft. He really needs the one car of Ronald Hall to get tight and start pushing. Got eyes on Michael Amenti. We're going to bounce it around and see if we can't get eyes on some of these guys that we haven't seen in a minute. Alex Leiball. Alex Leiball currently in 19th. He dropped back significantly. Chris Willis currently in 21st. Jackson Bennett holding 25th. Looks like we have lost Caleb Smith. Joey Ancona. We don't have any indications of we do have an indication of an Alex Leiball wreck. So we're going back along with Brian Evans. Wow. We're going to rewind this some. We got it on Alex Leiball at the moment. Alex Leiball is actually in the 23 car. Take it quarter speed here. See if we can't figure out where this kicks off. 3 wide, about 4 rows up. There it is. He's going around there. A lot of these guys still in the pits.
Caution, caution, caution.
Looks like we're going to have to bring it back some here. All right. Let's see if we can't get it figured out here. All right. I'm not exactly sure. It looks like it might have been Christopher Peters. Do believe it was. Here we go. Quarter speed right now. Looks like the 45. Looks like the 45 is going to go a little low. He's pushing middle. The 3's right in the middle, and just like that, the 45 comes right in, tags him right there on the corner, on that quarter panel there at the back left side of that bumper. Turns him down onto the apron, gets him into himself, Brian Hebert, Alex Lieball, just a ton of guys getting caught up here. We're going to take this one back. I see 2, 4, 6, 8, about 12, 13 cars involved in this, maybe even a little more. So we're going to bring it back right now, and we've got to see this one in full speed. All right, guys, here's full speed. So many guys caught up in this. So many. Evan Perry there as well. And we are back live. Back live and on board here watching the leader. Currently in first with 10 laps led. All right, well, let's take a look at we need to get the Rich Wranglers up as we're looking at Aiden McNeely now. He's been in the pits for over 8 minutes. Jason Bright suffering over 3 minutes now. Derek Zimmerman, Adam Rohn, Jason Bennett, Robert Lavelle, Joshua Sprague, Brian Hebert, Caleb Smith, and Scott Wise all have spent over a minute getting damage fixed. Looking at how it's going to break down here, it looks like they may have had to extend it here. So the lights are on. But we got Larkin Boyer, we got Jim Segredo, Sean Stamper, Joey Ancona, Scott Wise, Maurice Gamillion. Don't believe we've had Maurice on too much. Let's get eyes on Maurice here. Maurice there running double number. Needs to update his SDK. Not sure if I quite finished that, but we got Jim Segredo, Larkin Boyer, Sean Stamper, Joey Ancona, Scott Wise, Chris Willis, Maurice Gamillion, Ryan Wilson, John Cole Morgan, and Evan Perry rounding out the top 10. Still got the 55 and the 38 going around getting laps back. Aiden McNeely, we've seen him. He got involved in a few different incidents here tonight. We got Josh Sprague telling us awesome broadcast. Hey, man, we appreciate it. You've been running with us more and more. This is what we do, man. It's all about you guys. Keep coming, man. Keep coming. Remember, we run the league races on Sunday. Hey, come out, man. We got 3 races left next week. This coming Sunday will be in Richmond, followed by IRSS, the iRacing Super Speedway. And last but not least, we're going to finish up the inaugural season of Highline Racing Network at Talladega in 3 weeks' time. And then from there, we're going to take a little bit of a break. We're still going to run a lot of hosted races throughout the course of the week, just like we do now. But we're going to take a little bit of a break from our league, kind of revamp, It's been an extremely successful league, but we're gonna have to get back on board with the leader, as it looks like the lights are out and we are going back green. Larkin Boyer and Jim Segrito doing the honors as they're in the start zone, and we are off with 12 laps to go here in Daytona on Wednesday night here on the Highline Racing Network. Looking at it, it looks like, who is that? I can't tell who's pushing Jim Segrito at the moment. It looks like it's the 40. It's the 47 of Joey Ancona. In the Dr. Pepper car, pushing Jim Segrito. These two guys are definitely not familiar with each other. Scott Wise, he's making his move. He drops down low. Scott Wise and Larkin Boyer, they're on the bottom, holding it tight. The 44 of Maurice Gamillion in the Budweiser car coming in strong now with AWR's 23, the Wolf, right behind him. A lot of fans still screaming for Sean Stamper. Trying to find Sean Stamper, currently in 9th. There he is on the bottom line, right behind Larkin Boyer. We're going to show quite a few of these guys as we're bouncing around, getting back towards the front. Robert Lavelle starting to play. He's moving up now, finally starting to fight. John Colmorgan there on the high side, 4 cars back. He's still battling. Scott Wise, he's got the hair slicked back and the sunglasses like he's Steven Seagal. Just messing with Scott. Scott Wise is a good friend of mine. He's taught me a lot about racing. When I first initially started running in the Masters of the Draft League, him and a few other guys took me under their wing and took me out on the track in a truck, and we pushed for quite a bit. And that was the first time I had ever really been given instruction on how to push a couple of years ago now. And really did appreciate that. You know, I think I took that and I ended up going and winning a carb cup of all things shortly thereafter. Oh, we got him going around. We just had one going around for sure. Looks like John Colmorgan. We're 8 laps to go, so we know we're going to have a caution here in a moment. We're going to go back and take a look at it. Bringing it back just a little more. So right here, it looks like John Colmorgan's trying to fit it in right in front of Sean Stamper and behind the 47 of Joey Ancona. And we're going to take it quarter speed right here. Gets out onto that quarter panel. It slows him down. And as a result, he takes a bump on the inside quarter panel. You can see the damage there right under where the fuel tank is at. And it does look like, I don't know. I can't say that's Sean Stamper's fault because it looked like he wanted to go. It looked like Colmorgan wanted to go high and then he brought it back down. And we're going back live. It's like Jason Bright was involved in a crash. We're 6 laps to go. We're going to go and see it too. Not quite sure what happened to Jason. He's been involved in quite a few wrecks here lately. It looks like he just might have gotten caught up in the John Colmorgan incident, actually.
Caution. Caution. Give me your 10 there, buddy.
Indeed, that is what happens. Took out quite a few guys, a lot of guys with damage. Definitely Jason Bright taking the worst of it for sure. And we are back on board with the leader. We want to show you guys some more of what we can do. You know, we showed you some fans earlier. We got a few more. Some of these guys are not in the race right now, but we still wanted to show you. You know, we throw in stuff with crew chiefs and fans and everything. You know, like I said, we try to make it real. We try to do our best to make this better than everybody else. You know, we may not have the best broadcast. I'm by far not the best broadcaster. And, you know, but at the end of the day, we trying our best to give you guys a solid product. And, but ultimately, we're trying to make it funner for you. We feel like if we can make it funner for you, then you're going to want to stick around. You're going to want to come and hang out, watch the videos, support us, and we support you. So, let's see. Here we go.
Speed demons hit the apex tight. Champs awaken underneath.
I am just so excited that Jacob is finally getting this chance, and he's worked so hard for this moment. And like I was saying, we don't care if it's AWR or Dark Horse, we will put you in the wall if you sell us out tonight.
Yo, I'm Brian Hebert, and if you need a straight-up pimp that is like Rambo and Mark Martin, give me a shout, and let's roll on these Dark Horse boys.
You crossed the line back there, completely unacceptable.
We held our line.
Yeah.
Your driver made a mistake. Accept it.
A mistake. He almost ended our season.
You idiot! Get your hands off me right now! Hey, break it up. That's enough.
Start screaming like a banshee's howl. Drafting kings sneering past the prowl.
Yes, sir. That's a little bit of what we do. Like I said, these are all drivers. You saw a crew chief there, Evan Perry, that was arguing. Evan Perry is in the race tonight. Not sure what position he has fallen to. Evan Perry currently in 9th. We saw his crew chief there arguing with Jerry Fassett, the 71 of AWR, not in the race tonight, but is in the chat cheering on. Somebody saying to watch the 08's replay, Chris Willis. Not sure how far back we're going to need to go for this. We are trying to get it there, but we're not really seeing much, so we're going to have to take this back live. Being told it's the wreck before the yellow. Must have been the Jason Bright crash. We might be able to check it out. We might just have the time. We're going to try. We're going back to the Jason Bright. And then we're going to bring that back. And then we're going to try to get eyes on the 08 here. The front end of that 08 is definitely damaged. It's definitely dented in pretty good. We are at, it must be right here. It definitely is. We're going to stop it right there. We're going to bring it back just a hair. We're going to stop it there, and then we're going to take it. We're going to go into the chase, and we're going to follow Chris Willis as he comes through this. Here we go, full speed. Wow. Definitely got some damage. That is a miracle that you saved that, Chris. I am absolutely positive that's what you wanted to see. We're going back live. Yes, sir. That was pretty impressive. Pretty impressive save there. You definitely, looking at the front end though, you're definitely significantly damaged. As we got Scott Wise and Joey Ancona, Maurice Camille, and Thomas and Brian Hebert. Top 5 as we're back green with Scott Wise on the move on the high side as the 47 tries to bring it up high right in front of the 44. Not sure where's the help going to be for Scott Wise. Looking at our top 10, Brian Hebert's back in 4th. Thomas Christie there just moved up to 4th. Adam Rohn, Larkin Boyer, Evan Perry, Ryan Wilson barely making it into the top 9, and Sean Stamper in 10. As Joey Ancona and Maurice Gamillan are on the move with Larkin Boyer making his dash to the front. Is Larkin going to stay high with Ryan Wilson, or is he going to drop down behind the 44? He is indeed going to drop below. Watch yourself there. Ryan almost comes down right on the nose. White flag is out. White flag is out. This is it. As we're watching the 47 of Joey. Larkin Boyer battling it up front. Maurice Gamillan, Scott Wise, and Thomas Christie rounding out the top 5 as we're finishing it up right here as they're on the back stretch on the final lap. Larkin Boyer side by side with the Dr. Pepper 47 of Joey Ancona. Scott Wise right there on the bumper. Brian Hebert stuck way up on the outside. He's not going to be a factor as the 47's going around. The 47's going around. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It looks like Thomas Christie has won the race. The wreck there at the end made it hard to see. We're going to bring it all the way back and see just how that ended up. We're going back to the checker flag now. We're watching here as the 47 is going to get loose. He does. He's going off track. Scott Wise is right there on the bottom. Several other cars, Brian Hebert and them going around. I missed what just happened. How did that car come down in front of Scott Wise? Got to bring it back just a hair. That's Larkin Boyer. Larkin Boyer got turned by the 44 right into Scott Wise, it looks like. We're quarter speed here. Larkin Boyer gets turned on the inside, right onto the nose of Scott Wise. He's pinned in. We're pausing it there. It looks like Sean Stamper. It looks like Sean Stamper is right there with these guys as we're coming. Wow. The 45 gets the win. Trying to see it one more time as these guys were tangled up here. Wow, if Christie got it, it was just barely. The officials are saying, though, they are saying it is him. We're going to see it. Not liking that. We're going to take it back one more time. We're going to watch it under the cockpit of the winner. Right here, under full speed. Off the Wow. Must have been just a bumper. I'm sure we'll get some cool pictures, guys. Check it out. Check out the Discord, man. Definitely check out the Discord. All right. Well, let's take a look at our results here. We'll pull up the results page. All right. Thomas Christie wins the race with 1 lap led. Aiden McNeely coming in second by, wow, so close. Sean Stamper of S&M pulling in with a top 3, a podium finish. Good stuff. Taking a look around here, though, we did 186 miles. We had 19 lead changes with 14 different leaders. Total of 5 cautions. Our hard charger of the evening is indeed the winner, who's up 29 spots to take the win. Jim Segrito with the most laps led, and our fastest lap was Thomas Christie, and our pole position winner was indeed Larkin Boyer. So congratulations there, guys. All right, well, let's see if by chance we have anybody in the top 3 that are in the chat. It's not looking like it. So we are going to go ahead and we're going to bring in Scott Wise, who was so close there, but gets caught up. We're going to bring in Scott Wise and see what he has to say. Let's find Scott real fast. Not sure. We may have lost Scott. All right. All right, let's see if we get Scott in the chat. Scott Wise of Torque Wrench Motorsports, representing Masters of the Draft. You got comms?
I do. What's up?
Man, I was watching there. You played it perfectly. But a bunch of those guys there at the end, it was nothing but a bump fest. And they get into the guy, left quarter panel, ends up getting into, I believe it was Larkin Boyer, who comes down right on you, and then you're wedged in with nowhere to go. Your hopes for a win at that point are completely over. You don't have to tell us the words that were coming out of your mouth at that time, because I'm sure they were not
they
good.
can't be on broadcast TV.
But at the end of the day, tell us what you thought. We're relatively new to bringing the Highline Racing Network to the guys during the week. You made it in here tonight. What did you think? How did it go?
I had fun with it. A little bit of a rough start. I had damage before I even crossed the start-finish line the first time from checking up on the line, but recovered nicely. Worked with the AWR guys all night, leading laps, pushing forward.
You absolutely
should have been an AWR 1-2 finish with me and Lark, but yeah, circumstances being what they are at Daytona. Tried to get that good wrench Chevy in victory lane.
Absolutely.
But just wasn't meant to be tonight, I guess.
It wasn't. It definitely wasn't. But we'll be right back at it again tomorrow night. Broadcast it again right here on the Highline Racing Network. We haven't decided what we're going to be running It'll definitely be different. We'll discuss it as a group here in a little while. But hey, man, you ran a great race. We were watching you. We appreciate you showing up, and we hope to see you come back here soon and get a podium finish.
Well, unfortunately, my starts are going to be few and far between during the week, as I just got to get up too damn early in the morning. I can't stay up late anymore.
I heard that.
But yeah, when I got the time and the grace of my wife, I'll hop in on occasion, mix it up with the boys, and have a little bit more fun.
Yes, sir. All right, well, before I move you down, you got a lot of things going on. You run one of the biggest super speedway leagues in all of iRacing. Why don't you go ahead and give a shout out and market MOTD, and we'll get you moved down, and we'll see if we can't get the Jet in here to talk to him.
Oh yeah, so Tuesday nights run super speedway league called Masters of the Draft. We run 6 different cars over the course of the season. We hit every super speedway iRacing has to offer, from Atlanta to Monza and everything in between. Bunch of fun, a lot of different championships on the line just to kind of keep things interesting. Got getting solid 30 to 36 car fields every week, which is something that a lot of leagues can't say this late in the season. But
I heard that.
It's a lot of fun. Got a couple things planned for this off season to make it even better. So looking forward to getting going in 26.
Outstanding. Yeah, we're looking at we got 3 races left in our inaugural season that kicked, that goes down on Sundays, and we are going to take a little bit of a break. We're going to link up with all the boys, and we're going to figure out what we're going to do different. There's a good chance we're going to be moving into the standard league, locking it down and getting the best drivers we can get. But we'll kind of see how that goes as we move forward here. But once again, I appreciate you coming in. And now we've got the Jet. We've got the voice of Highline Racing Network. We've got Jim Segredo. Do you have comms?
Yes, sir. I'm right here, loud and clear.
Outstanding. Well, this is the first time Highline Racing Network has put up a race on a Wednesday night and broadcasted. And I felt like this was an outstanding race. I saw we had set the field to 50, and at one point we had all 50 spots filled. We had 50 cars. I'm not saying we all 50 took the green flag, but we had them registered. And for a Wednesday night, I thought it was a win. What do you think? How do you think the race went?
It was a humongous win tonight. I mean, everybody raced the best job they possibly could. Everyone was patient for the most part, especially up in the lead pack. I felt like that was some of the best racing we've seen. I know I said that Monday as well, and I said that Sunday, but it continues to offer some of the best racing. That's the Highline Racing Network. I keep saying that's where the cool guys drive, and cooler heads prevail all the time. You get good racing, and that's what we saw tonight as well.
Absolutely. While I still got you in here, I'm going to bring in Alex Leebaugh, because I was watching Alex Leebaugh again tonight, and I'm going to say this on the air, but I'd actually like to have him hear it straight from my voice. So if you don't mind, I'm going to bring him in.
Yes, sir.
We got Alex Leebaugh in the 23 car. Do you have comms?
Yes, sir.
Well, Alex, it didn't pan out. You didn't get necessarily, I don't believe you got the finish that you were wanting. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, you got a top 5, but I wanted to bring you in, not for that. What I wanted to bring you in for was I watched you race. I raced with you yesterday. I watched you race the previous race, and then I watched you race again tonight. And I can honestly say that you're doing a bang job, man. You're doing outstanding. I'm watching you push. You're lifting in the right spots. You're pushing in the right spots. It's an art. It's an art. And I just want to ask you, where's this Alex Leebaugh coming from? Because we all know Alex Leebaugh that tend to turn quite a few guys in the past, but you've turned over a new leaf now, and you're running some outstanding races. And we just want to know, is it performance enhancing drugs? What is it?
I've just been watching a lot of the iRacing Pro drivers run on the speedways, and then I've been watching a lot of the old next-gen Daytona, Talladega races, like in the Cup Series on
You
YouTube.
spy.
And
You've been watching me run? I'm just kidding.
But that too. But I mean, just really like calming down a lot and trying to think more ahead than like not thinking in like I want to get to the front right away as fast as I can. Just letting the race play out's been helping me a lot too.
I heard that. I mean, tonight, you know, this is a hosted race, so we didn't have our winner, you know, in the booth, but at the end of the day, you know, Thomas Christie, I feel like he got very lucky there at the end, but he pulled it out. The picture on that's going to be extremely hard. I was having a hard time focusing in with the broadcast to find it. I'm definitely going to have to do some custom camera work to get a good angle on that finish. But Sean Stamper coming in with coming in with the S&M and pulling down a P3, and then Aiden McNeely taking second. You know, looking at all the specs and all the stats throughout the course of this race, it looks outstanding. Everything went great, and I want to thank all of you guys for doing a bang job. And I think at this point we're going to let the voice of Highline Racing Network give the final word, as we're going to throw the schedule up for everybody to see, and then we're going to wrap this broadcast up.
I mean, big kudos to the Highline Racing Network, your leadership, Tommy Rogers. You always deliver. Tonight delivered in a big way yet again, and we're on a roll here. Tomorrow, we're rolling again, and it's exciting. So if you have a chance to race with us in the Highline Racing Network, do so. Don't hesitate. Join, and you will have fun.
Absolutely. All right, guys, I'm going to get you guys moved down. I'm going to get this all wrapped up, and I'll talk to you guys here shortly.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, that's it. Wednesday night here in Daytona on the Highline Racing Network. I'm Tommy Rogers, signing off. We'll see you guys here once again tomorrow night, same time.
Please don't leave. See y'all next week.
Yeah, I'm in the vein, speeding like a dark horse. Nothing can contain me. Hit open pause. Every race I'm taking, no more IDs or codes. Counting all the wins, it's me they love the most. Watch me wiggle, watch me jiggle. I'm